Mm-hmm. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Yep. Oh, yeah. Good evening, Kalkaska Battlers fans, and welcome to another broadcast of Kalkaska Battlers hockey live from the Coliseum, sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings of Traverse City. Buffalo Wild Wings, Let's Go Sports Bar. I'm Taylor Phillips, back with you, calling all the action. And tonight, the Battlers face off against the three-time defending MIHL champion Muskegon Voyagers. Tonight's game also sponsored by McDonald's, Trouttown Tavern and Eatery, Midas, and Forefront Credit Union. Well, the Kalkaska Battlers coming off a red-hot three-game winning streak. They beat the Blue Water Stars first off in Macomb 8-2, and that two weekends ago. And then last Saturday they beat them again 7-0, and then the past Sunday 10-1. Channing Gorsak had scored 8 goals in those last 3 games. He now has 25 goals total on the year. And from what I'm hearing today, earlier on social media, he was just named the newest associate captain, alternate captain of our Kalkaska Battlers. And he earned it. 25 goals. That is astounding. Let me tell you guys that. So right now, the Battlers, with those 3 wins, they have caught up at 5-14-0-0 with 10 points. Just 2 points back of the Detroit Warhawks Hockey Club with 12 points at 6-8-0-0 in 14 games played. The Battlers have played 19 games. The Blue Water Stars have been a sinking ship. 1-16-0-3 with just 5 points. Their opponent tonight, the defending 3-time MIHL champion Muskegon Voyagers, have taken over first place in the MIHL standings, leading it at 16-1-0-2 with 34 points. The Gaylord Snow, who started off that season, this season once undefeated, have recently fallen to second place at 13-4-0-0 at 26 points, 8 behind the Voyagers. And rounding out the standings, the Waterford Sharks and Detroit Warhawks right in the middle. Sharks are 12-4-0-1 with 25 points, 1 point behind the Gaylord Snow. And the Warhawks, like I mentioned before, 6-8-0-0 with 12 points. So other than tonight's game, the Waterford Sharks take on the Blue Water Stars in Waterford. That's in progress right now. And later, in just a few minutes, the Gaylord Snow host the Detroit Warhawks to round out the rest of the MIHL. So that's what's going on in the Michigan Independent Hockey League. Now for a quick Michigan sports report, starting with spring training in chronological order. The Detroit Tigers lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates 7-3. Andy Ibanez slammed a solo home run. The Tigers right now they head to Tampa, Florida to take on the New York Yankees at 1:05. Matt Manning starts for Detroit against Cortez for New York, the Yankees. In the NHL, the Detroit Red Wings got blanked and ran out of town by the first place Florida Panthers 4-0. Montour got a goal and assist. Sergei Bobrovsky only had to stop 21 shots, just 21 saves. Even he had help from from the Elite Panthers defense. I know the Panthers are an elite team, but the Red Wings just are in a bit of a slump. But you can't blame the priority patches on their jerseys. Okay, it, even if it seems fun to most people, it's not the reason why. Let's be realistic here. There's just no excuse. The Red Wings also lost to the Islanders 5-3 due to playing down a competition. The Red Wings are off until Tuesday when they head to Denver at Ball Arena to take on the Colorado Avalanche at 9:30. Later tonight at 8 on Fox, the Michigan State Spartans men's basketball team travels to West Lafayette to tip off with the second-ranked Purdue Boilermakers. And then tomorrow at 4 on CBS, it'll be the 8-20 Michigan Wolverines tipping off in Columbus at Value City Arena against the Ohio State Buckeyes. John Sanderson resigned yesterday as Michigan men's basketball strengthening and conditioning coach. And realistically, I can't blame him. He understands what's going on with this program. I'll just leave it right there. And the Pistons, what can we say, 9-50? They're in Orlando at Amway Arena, tipping off with the Magic tomorrow at 6 on Bally Sports Detroit. That's our Michigan Sports Report on the Kalkaska Battlers YouTube channel, as we are just minutes away from getting you set for puck drop between our Kalkaska Battlers and the three-time Michigan Independent Hockey League champions, the Muskegon Voyagers, who again lead the MIHL standings with 34 points, an astounding 34 points, 16 wins in 19 games played, just one regulation loss, no ties, and 2 overtime losses. There are no shootouts in this league, as we can recall. So, the Battlers, they're in 5th place, but they're catching up. If they somehow overlap the Detroit Warhawks down the stretch, the Battlers can have a shot at the Battlers can have a playoff spot. So with that, the goal nets are being put back in their moorings, in their creases, behind their creases, by the officiating crew. And here come the Muskegon Voyagers, the defending MIHL champions, the three-peaters. The Battlers to my right are the Battlers players to my right are standing by. Let's take a look at those starting lineups. Well, we have the Muskegon Voyagers starting lineup, not the Battlers starting lineup. But we do have the Battlers starting goaltender. We'll give that to you after I announce the Voyagers starting lineup. On defense, Christian Montgomery and Riley Pitcher. And the 3 forwards for the Muskegon Voyagers, Kyle Teachma, Zach Grover, and Zach Cuthbertson. And in goal for the Voyagers, Jack Hudak. For the Kalkaska Battlers, in goal, just like last Saturday, getting a shutout win a week ago today against the Blue Water Stars on a Saturday night in a Battlers 7-0 win. Alex Moustakas will be in goal for the Battlers. As you can see at the Battlers blue line to my right, Channing Gorzak, the one they call Scorzak, the newest associate captain, standing by the blue line, representing a part of tonight's Battlers starting lineup, along with Braden Harbison, Zach DeMars, Nate Richards, and I believe that's Vincent Dean out there. It is. So yeah, that's the starting lineup visually for the Battlers. Now for the national anthem. That's the national anthem. We're just about set to drop the puck between the Battlers and the Voyagers. Again, starting line for the Battlers, Vincent Dean and Braden Harbison both on defense for the Battlers. Nate Richards, Sean Sharippa, rather, not Zach DeMars, it's Sean Sharippa, and Channing Gorzak, all the starting three forwards for the Battlers, and in goal, Alex the Moose Moustakis. Zach Cuthbertson is out there, but it looks like Riley Pitcher's gonna. That's right, he's on defense. It'll be Vincent Dean and Zach Grover on the opening faceoff. Voyagers win the opening faceoff. We're underway. They control. That's Kyle Teachma dumping it in. Gorzak takes over and clears to center. Christian Montgomery dumps it back in for the Voyagers. Brain Harbison retrieves it for the Battlers. Lead pass couldn't quite connect with Sharippa. And Riley Pitcher takes it back into his own zone. Dean intercepts and dumps it back into Pitcher. And the Voyagers take over 1-on-2. Here's Zach Grover with it. Harbison on the back check. Stays in front of it. Shot wide in the net. Voyagers keep it in their own zone. Battlers now carry it up ahead. Up ice the other way, right to left. Sharippa will dump it in. Battlers change on the fly. Jordan Truxton, one of the alternate captains for the Battlers. Now here's a wrist shot deflected over top of the net and off the netting out of play. That was taken by Joe DeFay. 18:39 left to play first period. Goalless. First period, no score. Just getting underway here at the Coliseum. A minute 21 into this hockey game. Trey Fisher wins this face-off for the Battlers. Voyagers hold it in. Shot blocked. Puck steered off the near corner. And back to Trey Richards right there. Thurlby across to Zach DeMars. Along with Tyler Simon carrying in. A shot by DeMars and a save by Hudek. Puck in the near boards, held in by Thurlby. He'll dump it in at rink wide. Nobody there for Kalkaska. And the Voyagers clear to center. Tyler Thurlby will cut it off. Voyagers take over yet again in their own zone. They carry it up ahead. Here's Kyle Shaw with it. Tips it and dumps it back in. Sean Doyle with it. Here come the Battlers. That's Jaden Lamberson tipping it into the glove of Hudek, who will glove it and hang on for a face-off in the Voyager zone. 17:41 left to play, first period. Vincent Dean wins the face-off. Sharippa shoots it wide. Mason Held holds it in. Gorzak tips it to Sharippa. Centering pass. Knocked away and stolen by Grover. Takes it the other way, but defended nicely by Doyle, the captain of the Battlers. Doyle carries up ice, up the right wing, far side, far boards, and he'll dump it into Hudek. Will glove it and hang on for another face-off. Both teams change up their lines. 17:15 left to play, first period. It'll be Trey Fisher again against Luke McCarthy. Battlers win the face-off. They hold it in. Wired one from the point block. Voyagers take it the other way. Pitcher plays it back deep. Nate Richards pokes it off for the Battlers. Trey Fisher across to Nate Richards. To DeMars. Too far for him. Got a stick on it, but Teachman was there to dump it in for the Voyagers. Tyler Thurlby plays it the other way across the far corner. And the Battlers intercept. DeMars tries to find Richards. He'll have to ice it. Or Thurlby. Not Richards, Thurlby. Well covered. So DeMars had no choice but to ice the puck. 16:27 left to play, first period. Still no score. Nolan LeClaire takes the face-off for the Voyagers against Trey Fisher. Fisher wins the face-off. Harbison plays it and gets hit, but somehow gets it to Fisher. Carries it. Battlers carry up ahead to DeMars. Across the blue line, drops it off to Fisher. Shot from the point block. And Grover comes up with it for the Muskegon Voyagers. To center. Takes a shot, blocked by Harbison. Now a shot in the slot. An opportunity by LeClaire and a save by the Moose, Mustakas. 15:57 left to play, first period. No score. Mustakas holds on for a face-off to his left. Looks like Cam Hofstetter and his line are on the ice for the Battlers. Both teams change up their lines again. McCarthy and Hofstetter. McCarthy number 10 for the Voyagers. McCarthy wins the face-off this time. And a shot from the point blocked with sticks in the lane. Here's McCarthy again. Check that, that's Grover. Drops it off to McCarthy at the far corner. Evades Hofstetter. Gets to the slot. Shot and a goal. And it looks like McCarthy's going to get that one. It's the captain. 15:38 left to play, first period. Just like that, the Voyagers strike first again. Voyagers lead 1-0. McCarthy from Grover at 4:22 into the first period. Vincent Dean wins the face-off at center. Held across to Doyle. Had his pocket picked. by Chance Bradley. Check that. That's Kyle Shaw assisting. They give the assist to Kyle Shaw and not Zach Grover. But the Voyagers nonetheless are up 1-0. Battlers intercept across to Sharippa in his own blue line, far boards. Evades traffic. Now carries up the left wing into the Voyagers zone. Left face-off circle, sharp angle, fought off by Hudek, and a whistle blows. Net is pushed off its moorings by Hudek. Bit of a bold strategy by the Voyagers goaltender. 14:59 left to play, first period, 1-0 Voyagers. Battlers trying to respond here. In the Voyagers zone, Fisher and Leclerc in the face-off circle. Fisher wins the face-off. Wrist shot blocked, deflected over the top of the net. That was taken by DeMars. DeMars cuts it off at center, dumps it back into pitcher in his own zone for Muskegon. Up ahead to Leclerc, who dumps it in. Avoids a back check. Nate Richards to Harbison, to Doyle, across to DeMars, 1-on-2. Looking for help. Dumps it into the slot where Leclerc will intercept. To pitcher. Across to Montgomery. Off the left wing for the Voyagers. Gets hit hard by Richards. And a centering pass couldn't connect. Now Harbison eating the puck for now. Greg Muser gets tripped up to the near boards by Jordan Truxton, but the play continues. Battlers dump it in and change on the fly. Joe DeWitt, bluffed off by a Kalkaska battler. Gavin Duffing gets the puck from Mustakas. Playing the defending champion Muskegon Voyagers is no easy task for any other MIHL team whatsoever. Here's DeWitt with it. Over to Grover, near boards. Fended off nicely, and Duffing will intercept in his own zone for Kalkaska. Coughs it back up to Grover at center. Gorzak is there to dump it back in. Hudek plays it out for Truxton. To Montgomery. Now it's cut off by Gorzak, but couldn't corral it. Grover takes over. Bumped off the puck by Dean, but Grover gets it back from Truxton. And now Kyle Shaw with it, dumping it in for the Voyagers. Simon to Duffing across the end boards. Ahead to Sharippa up the left wing. Now here's Gorzak getting a drop pass from Dean. Gorzak, right face-off circle, gets hooked. Here's a Sharippa. Oh man, I thought that puck went in, but Hudek somehow made the save and kept it out. I guess. Doyle from held, ahead to Sharippa. Here's Doyle with a shot, Hudek the save. I wonder if the Coliseum has any video review whatsoever. It's icing on the Voyagers with exactly 12 minutes flat left to play in the first period. Right now it stands 1-0 Voyagers. Trey Fisher for the Battlers, Nolan Leclerc for the Voyagers. Fisher wins the faceoff. Wrist shot by Harbison. Glove down by Hudek. He'll hang on for another faceoff to his right. 4 seconds apart. 11:56 left to play first period. 1-0 Voyagers. Battlers will have another crack at it. Leclerc wins this faceoff against Fisher. Pitcher. Good forecheck by Sharippa. Thorby holds it in. DeMar's sharp angle. Nifty glove save by Hudek. He'll hang on again. Another face-off coming up to his right. 11:45 left to play. First period, 1-0 Voyagers. And the Muskegon Voyagers will change it up. Fisher and McCarthy. Fisher wins a face-off. Puck ricochets the Thirlby in the slot, but couldn't get a shot. But he couldn't get a shot off. Covered nicely. Puck loose. Hudak somehow covers up after an opportunity for Trey Fisher. Fourth consecutive face-off to Hudak's right. Fourth coming. 11:33 left to play first period. Battlers trying really hard to tie it up at one here. It's 1-0 Voyagers, who win the face-off. Here's Montgomery with it, evades Thirlby. Harbison just fails to hold it in. Not quite the right placement there. Pitcher intercepts. Montgomery gets it and dumps it in. Harbison retrieves. Now here's Fisher with a spin pass, nobody home. No communication whatsoever, and the Voyagers dump it in. Pitcher with a shot and a save by Mustakis. Here's Chance Bradley from the outer slot and a save by the Moose, and he'll hang on. 10:48 left to play first period. Voyagers still lead 1-0, trying to add to their lead here in the Coliseum. Stop by at Buffalo Wild Wings in Traverse City, primary sponsor of Battlers Hockey. Let's Go Sports Bar. A scrappy face-off. The Voyagers still come up with it. Trucks him from the point. Wrist one right to the chest of the Moose, Alex Moustakis, who hangs on. Another face-off to his left. Fourth coming. 10:38 left to play first period. 1-0 Voyagers. Battlers change lines here. Hofstetter goes off. Vincent Dean. Shot goes wide, ricochets to Moustakis, who tries to cover up, does. Just barely, though. 10:30 left to play first period. The score remains 1-0 Voyagers. Everyone crashing the net on that loose puck. That ricocheted off the end boards right back to Moustakis, who somehow came up with it. He bobbled it a little bit. That's when everyone crashed the net. Battlers try to clear, but Truxton holds it in. Right shoulder save by Moustakis. Sharippa retrieves the loose puck across to Gorzak. Stretch pass ahead to Dean. Doesn't quite corral it. Dean does. Centering pass to Gorzak. Couldn't quite get a shot off. Voyagers intercept. Steer the puck the other way and dump it in. Truxton doing the honors. Battlers take over. Cut off by Sharippa, but McCarty. Quick shot and a pad save by Moustakis. Sharippa across to Gorzak. Here come the Battlers again. Gorzak to the end boards, double team. Trey Fisher jumps in on the fray, on the forecheck. Tries to center one. Defended well. And here come the Voyagers again. Grover. Trey Fisher from behind in pursuit. Good defensive play. Fisher levels Grover to the end boards, and Grover's limping. Battlers taking up ice. Fisher to Sharippa. Battlers like 3-on-3 here. Pitcher intercepts the dump in. Takes it the other way, up the right wing for the Voyagers. There's a shot and a save by Moustakis. Here's Joe DeWitt. Back to McCarthy. Shot from the blue line, and Moustakis makes the save and hangs on. Face off to his right, forthcoming. 8:53 left to play, first period. 1-0 Voyagers. There'll be Nolan LeClaire for the Voyagers taking the face-off against Trey Fisher for the Battlers. LeClaire wins the face-off. McCarthy to pitcher. A shot deflected. Saved by Mustakis. Loose puck. Harbison gloves it away from the net. That is legal. Here's LeClaire. Shot blocked by Fisher. And Fisher will head off to the bench as the Battlers dump it in. Change on the fly. 8:27 and counting. First period. 1-0 Voyagers. Montgomery with it for them. Lobs it up ahead. Lead feed. Offside. Delayed offside. Battlers will have to intercept. Voyagers will have to wait and let the Battlers take possession of the puck. Harbison ahead to Muser. Fails to corral it. Voyagers dump it back in, and it's icing. Pitcher dumped it in from his own blue line. That's automatic icing there. So the Battlers will have a face-off in the Voyagers zone with 8:01 left to play first period. Voyagers lead 1-0. Cam Hofstetter will take the face-off for the Battlers against Nolan LeClaire for the Voyagers. LeClaire wins another face-off. Pitcher retrieves. Across to Cuthbertson. Couldn't corral it, but he does. Now back to pitcher from behind his own net. Chance Bradley, covered there by Richards of the Battlers. Nate Richards. Muser tries to cut it off. It comes to center. Harbison dumps it back in for Kalkaska. Hudak will play it for Montgomery for Muskegon. To Cuthbertson. Plays it with his skate. Knocked away by Muser, but Cuthbertson will retrieve it in the near boards. Both teams change on the fly. Cuthbertson, they'll look to dump it in and get off the ice on a full line change. Gorzak intercepts though. Puck is cut off again by the Voyagers, and now a battle for the puck between Truxton and Gorzak. Sharippa comes up with a puck, and now it's Duffing. The Battlers' own slot to Vincent Dean to Sharippa. Gets bumped off by Kyle Teachma. Mustakis will play for Duffing, who coughs it up to Teachma. Saved by Mustakis. Voyagers hold it in. McCarthy in the near corner. Teachma. Centering pass intercepted by Dean of the Battlers. Vincent Dean. Nice move by Dean. They'll carry up to the red line where he's dumped, no call, where he's taken down, no call. Truxton along the inboards to Montgomery. Check that, that's DeFay, and McCarthy shoots it right to Mustakis, who will hang on for another face-off coming up to his left. 6:08 left to play first period. Still 1-0 Voyagers. Battlers win the face-off, but McCarthy gets the loose puck. Tried to center one, but it comes all the way back into the Voyager zone where Montgomery will retrieve it. Bad pass to pitcher, and DeMars will intercept for the Battlers to the far corner. Back to Fisher, coughs it up to pitcher. Lead pass too far for Grover and intercepted by Doyle. DeMars tried to tip it to Fisher, couldn't corral it. Voyagers dump it back into the Kalkaska Battler zone. Held will cross it to Muser. DeMars into the Voyager zone to the end boards. Here's a pass to DeMars in the slot, saved by Hudak. Rebound Held. Putback save and a rebound to Held. Across to DeMars. Shot, a goal! DeMars ties it. Zach DeMars ties it at 1. Muser with a centering pass from the far boards into the slot where DeMars puts it home. At 14:54 into the first period, 5:06 left. It's tied at 1. Nice pass by Muser to DeMars, and we're tied at 1. Hofstetter for the Battlers and LeClaire for the Voyagers. Hofstetter wins it. Sharippa to Harbison. Mason held, rather. That's right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Mason held, not Muser. And Mason held and Trey Fisher get the 2 assists on DeMars' goal. We're tied at 1. Battlers into the Voyager zone, but not for long. LeClaire intercepts. Cuthbertson shot deflected over top of the net by Harbison, and we'll have a face-off to the Battler zone. 4:34 left, first period. A goal apiece. Face-off involving LeClaire for the Voyagers, and I believe it's Trey Fisher for the Battlers. And a whistle, and they'll reset the face-off. .433 left to play first period. They'll do it again, and another whistle. Was it not done right again? Wow. And LeClaire wins that one. Now a 2-on-2 battle for the puck at the end boards. Nate Richards thought he had it, but Cuthbertson steals it, but the Battlers take it back. Here's Fisher with it. Try to sell a trip, but no dice on that. Oh, no, there is a delay penalty on the Voyagers. Nope, delayed offside. And Fisher will dump it in. No icing. No, definitely not a penalty there. Nice defense by Dean. Voyagers trying to dump it in, but Harbison cuts it off. And now here's a lead pass to Dean. Sticked away. Voyagers dump it back in. That's McCarthy. Harbison plays keep away against Grover in front of the Battler net from Mustakis. Gorzak. All eyes will be on him tonight. Across to Sharippa. Shot blocked. Rebound Gorzak. Saved by Hudak with a stick. McCarthy gets to the puck. Check that. That's Grover getting to the puck first to McCarthy. To Pitcher. Here come the Voyagers. Across the blue line. Pitcher. Nice move, but sticked away nicely by Harbison. And now here comes Sharippa the other way. Sharippa into the Voyager zone. Wrist shot. Hudak the save, and he hangs on this time. 2:49 left to play. First period. Tied at 1. It'll be Gorzak. Yes, it is Gorzak against Grover. No, that's Hofstetter. My apologies. Hofstetter looked like he won the faceoff, but DeWitt just barely dumps it in. Duffing retrieves. Over to Railing, Vincent Railing. Hofstetter blows a tire. Slips and falls. Voyagers intercept in their own zone. They slowly but surely change on the fly. No icing as they dump it into the Battler zone. Duffing it retrieves to Railing. To Muser, to Hofstetter, back to Muser, up ahead. Nice move by Muser up the left wing boards. To Duffing. Battlers are looking to change on the fly, while the other portion of the line is on the attack. Fisher tries to wrist one, deflected wide. Grover intercepts, and Truxton will try to rink wide feed it, but he coughs it up to DeMars, who clears it out of play from outside his own blue line. No delay at game penalty. a stoppage in play. 1:43 left to play first period. Still tied at 1. LeClaire for the Voyagers and Trey Fisher for the Battlers. LeClaire wins yet another faceoff, and Joe DeFay dumps it in. Mustakis plays it for Held. Back to DeMars. Held lobs it ahead to Thurlby. Rister deflected with a stick, off a Voyager stick. Bichard dumps it back in along the end boards. DeMars had it poked away. Back to Doyle. Dumps it back to Hudek, who keeps it out of his own net. Now LeClaire ahead to Cuthbertson up the left wing to the end board. Centering pass. Nobody home, and a one-timer by DeFay. Mustakis had to come up with a glove save. Didn't know where it was, but he hangs on anyway. 52.9 seconds left. First period still tied at 1. Still tied at 1. Face off to the left of Mustakis. The Moose. LeClaire for the Voyagers and Dean for the Battlers. LeClaire wins the face-off. Puck possession, and he shoots and scores. That'll be unassisted for Nolan LeClaire, and the Voyagers retake the lead 2-1 with 50.4 seconds left. First period. LeClaire unassisted. That's an amazing face-off win by LeClaire and a goal. That's a whole new highlight reel goal right there. Got to give him his due. Pitcher dumps it in. Sharippa. There's Gorzak with it, getting it from Harbison. Battlers dump it in. Hudek bobbled the puck, but now he hangs on, and now we have a little extra here. No penalties being called. 26.7 seconds left, first period. Sharippa and McCarthy on the face-off. Sharippa wins it, but the puck comes all the way to center. Harbison retrieves to Richards. Ahead to Sharippa. Back to Harbison in his own zone in the near boards, near the corner. Sharippa, Gorzak tip into the left face-off circle. And Muskegon clears it the other way. And a loose puck. And time runs out here in the first period with the Muskegon Voyagers leading the Kalkaska Battlers 2-1 after one period of play. Battlers hockey sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings of Traverse City. Buffalo Wild Wings Let's Go Sports Bar. Also brought to you by McDonald's, Trottown Tavern and Eatery, Bloom, Midas, and Forefront Credit Union. We'll take a break. Come right back.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you.
And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings.
And the people, the best.
Marty! You're dead weight! Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus. Let's go sports bar!
The Fry Step, starring Ronald McDonald and Friends.
If you hop all around like the Fry kids do, you're doing the Fry Step. It's fun for you. Fry girls, Fry guys. You'll hop all around like the Fry kids do. Then you go where your nose will lead you to.
French fries. French fries.
McDonald's French fries.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Frank.
Oh, here we go. Let's be frank about car services. Most of them make you feel like a bit of a dipstick. But at Midas, we're different, with transparent pricing and a straight-up rundown of any repairs. Tread's a bit worn, just needs a rotation. Bulbs blown? Ah, easy fix. That? Oh, well, that's just a bit of dirt. Dirt! Yeah, I'm not a chamois, Gavin. Midas, you can rely on us.
Dear James, I want to thank you and Veterans Guardian for lending a helping hand when it seemed like no one else could. I am now on the verge of getting the health insurance and benefits I earned while serving in the military. The veterans on your team knew exactly how to help, and I would always be thankful.
What happens when you have a lot of banking to do, but only a little time to do it? Welcome to Video Teller from Forefront Credit Union. Video Teller puts you face-to-face with a specially trained member service representative. Yes, a real person, located in northern Michigan, who can help you with almost all your banking needs. With Video Teller, you also enjoy extended hours. And outside of these hours, you can use Video Teller like an ATM for fast cash. Video Teller from Forefront Credit Union. You'll experience the difference and love it.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an action.
Start of the second period, 2-1 Voyagers. Luke McCarthy and Leclerc, the goals for the Voyagers. DeMarce from Hild and Fisher for the only goal for the Battlers. Heading into this middle frame. Let me make a spelling correction here on our YouTube feed in the live chat on Kalkaska Battlers. You can subscribe to them if you're watching if you haven't subscribed yet. Vincent Dean takes the face off with the Battlers against Zach Grover of the Muskegon Voyagers. Voyagers just barely win the face-off. Truxton across to DeFay. Voyagers throw it in. Now it's intercepted by Sharippa. Across to Harbison. To the red line, Vincent Dean tried to dump it in, but it's cut off by Cuthbertson. Dumped back in, but Truxton intercepts for the Voyagers. Delayed offside, but only for less than a second. Cuthbertson dumps it in through the slot, go to the other side. Teachma tries to corral it, but it comes back to Truxton to the blue line. Battlers change on the fly and on the attack, and Teachma tips it home. Actually, that's Teachma on that first goal. Now he has 2 goals. And it's 3-1 Voyagers out to a 2-goal lead. Just 56 seconds into the second period. 19:04 left. 3-1 Voyagers. Leclerc and Fisher on the face-off at center. Another centering feed tipped in by Teachma. Makes it 3-1 Muskegon. And the Voyagers ice the puck. Icing on them. And the Battlers will have a chance to respond in the Voyager zone with a face-off near Jack Hudak. The Jack in the box. Voyagers win yet another face-off. Pitcher ahead to Leclerc. Jordan Truxton, the lone assist on Teachma's second goal of the game. High lob does not touch the rafters of the Coliseum rink. And McCarthy will shoot it in from a sharp angle to Mustakas, who will hang on with 18:27 left to play second period. 3-1 Voyagers. Leclerc and Gorzak this time. Either that or Hofstetter. Nope, Hofstetter. Yeah, that's what I thought. Montgomery with a shot from the point goes a little bit wide. Pitcher dumps it back in. Held to Doyle. Battlers dump it in. Race for the puck. Won by Leclerc against Hofstetter. They'll feed it to Montgomery up the left wing boards. Right to left. Voyagers into the Battlers zone. Centering pass intercepted by Hofstetter. And he'll ice the puck. Oh, no icing actually. Muser on it for the Battlers. Centering pass does not connect with Lamberson. And pitcher will dump it back in the other way. McCarthy and Doyle a battle for the puck. Puck held in by Montgomery. A shot. Either a save by Mustakas or off the side of the net. Here's Sharippa Musa gets dumped. No arms up. Held across to Doyle. Dean to Muser. Dumps it back in. Battlers change on the fly. There's a centering pass. Gorzak and a save by Hudek. Doyle with a shot wide of the net. And we have a whistle. Do we have a penalty? The arm is up. It's a cross-checking penalty. Which team is it on? And it looks like it's on the Voyagers. Jordan Truxton for cross-checking. Either that or number 2, Kyle Shaw, rather. Not Truxton. That's number 2, Kyle Shaw. So the Battlers will head to the power play for the first time in the game. Game's first penalty is on Kyle Shaw of the Voyagers. A penalty-free first period, and now with 16:53 left second period, the Battlers go on the power play. The Voyagers win the face-off and clear it. Mustakis will play with the stick to Harbison. Harbison drops it off to Fisher. Across to Sharippa. Too far for Gorzak and cleared by DeFay. Fisher retrieves from behind his own net. Looks, tries to find someone, try to keep the puck away from LeClaire. Voyagers dump it back in again. A stout penalty kill the Voyagers have. Delayed offside, but only for about a half a second as Trey Fisher carries up ahead for the Battlers across the red line. They'll dump it in from in front of the Voyagers blue line all the way to DeMars. Intercepted by McCarthy, but taken back by Fisher. Battlers now on the attack. A hit by McCarthy on DeMars. And it comes back to the Battlers zone. Harbison retrieves. Sharippa. Voyagers change it up, and the Battlers come offside. Gorzak gets the puck. Not much of an argument from Gorzak. Only 45 seconds left on the Battler power play. It'll be Vincent Dean for the Battlers and Zach Grover for the Voyagers in the face-off. Dean wins the face-off, but the puck comes all the way back to Mustakis. 40 seconds count and counting on the power play. 15:30 left to play in the second period. 3-1 Voyagers. Battlers trying to respond. Throby dumps it in off the far boards. Montgomery picks it up and clears it back the other way again. 23 seconds and counting on the power play for the Battlers. Simon in behind his own net. Tyler Simon. Near boards to Muser. Dumps it in. Up ahead the right wing. Comes all the way to pitcher. Cleared but held in. Centering pass. Throby and a glove save by Hudek. Puck wobbles in midair and picked up by McCarthy the other way. Voyagers back at even strength. Mustakis with a save. Lead feed to Muser. Cross ice to Dean. Bothered from behind. Penalty call coming up. Is it a penalty or is it a penalty shot? Looks like the Battlers are going to head to the power play again. Pitcher goes off. .14:37 left to play, second period. .3-1 Voyagers. Looks like a hooking call on pitcher. Sharippa with a shot on a face-off win, and Hudek with a save with his glove. It'll hang on. Looks like that penalty clock has to be reset. It's at 1:53 right now. That's why there's a delay. 14:30 left to play. Second period. Looks like time will have to be put on the game clock too. 3-1 Voyagers lead. rally pitcher off for hooking. On the breakaway attempt by Vincent Dean of the Battlers. Sharippa on the face-off of the Battlers against LeClaire of the Voyagers. And LeClaire pokes it up ahead through center into the Battlers zone. Teachma in pursuit, but the Battlers retrieve it first. Here's Fisher carrying up ahead, leading the pack, leading the power play unit. Lobbing it ahead for Gorzak, but the Voyagers intercept and clear again. A minute and a half left to play left on the Battlers power play. Battlers reset yet again. 14 minutes left, second period. 3-1 Voyagers. Fisher hesitates. Pocket pick by McCarthy ahead to LeClaire. Hooked by Sharippa, no call. Battlers luckily get away with that one. 13:41 and counting. Second period. 3-1 Voyagers. Battlers have the puck in their own zone. Trey Fisher. There's Sharippa to Gorzak. Back to Fisher. Wires one over top of the net. Back to Harbison to the blue line. To Sharippa near boards. Wrist one over top of the net. Back to Fisher. Holding it in. Gorzak with 25 goals on the year. Back to Harbison. One slap shot. Blocked. Fisher just barely holds it in. Back to Gorzak. He'll wrist one. Blocked by Truxton. Fisher. Wrist shot deflected wide. And the puck is off its moorings again. 4 seconds left on the pitcher hooking penalty. In other words, the Battlers power play. 12:41 left to play in the second period. The Voyagers still lead 3-1. Both teams will change it up change up their lines. Gorzak now the newest associate alternate captain of the Battlers. Hofstetter wins the faceoff, but it comes to center where Tyler Simon will retrieve it and dump it back into the Voyagers zone. Voyagers back at even strength again. It's held in and dumped in by Duffing, looks like. Held in by Vincent Railing, who wrists one from the blue line. Gloved by Hudek easily, and they'll hang on. 12:20 left to play, second period. It's 8 o'clock, sharp. Voyagers win the faceoff and carry it up ahead this time. Puck comes loose into the near corner of the Battlers zone. The Battlers end. Played but held in by Fisher. It comes to Mustakas, who holds on for another faceoff. Easily nicknamed the Moose, of course. Why not? 12:01 left to play, second period. Both teams change their lines. Looks like Dean and Grover on the faceoff. Dean wins it. Held plays around the inboards to Gorzak. Tries to feed Dean, couldn't corral it. Pitcher on the loose puck for the Voyagers. Puck comes loose again, taken by Grover. At his own inboards. Across to Pitcher. Short pass to Cuthbertson. Across to Montgomery. They'll dump it in. No icing. Doyle will try to retrieve it. A Voyager in pursuit. Sharippa comes to his aid. Pitcher holds it in again. Cuthbertson couldn't corral it. Held takes over and steers around the inboards. Held in by Montgomery. Around the inboards again the other way. Now it's picked up by Cuthbertson, but the Battlers poke it back to center into the Voyager zone. Montgomery way ahead to teach by a sharp angle and a glove saved by the Moose. Alex Mustaka still hang on with 11:02 left to play second period. 3-1 Voyagers. Both teams change up their lines again. LeClaire for the Voyagers against Trey Fisher for the Battlers in the face-off to the right of Mustakas. And now Trey Fisher gets kicked out. Zach DeMars on the face-off of the Battlers. Voyagers just barely win it. Pad shot up by McCarthy and a pad saved by the Moose. Another shot blocked by Fisher, who clears to center. Voyagers dump it back in on a delayed offside. Mustakas stops that one. Harbison to Duffing. Intercepted from Thirlby by DeFay, who dumps it back in. Fisher to Nate Richards. Thirlby has it picked off again by LeClaire. LeClaire gets a centering feed. Shot saved by the Moose. Mustakas to Thirlby, who clears to center this time. DeFay intercepted by Harbison, who dumps it back into the Voyager zone. Big hit by Nate Richards. Mustakas won an icing, but not going to get it. Voyagers win the race to the puck. Zach DeMars gets tripped in a penalty call. Interference on the Voyagers, and the Battlers will head back to the power play. 9:57 left to play, second period. And it looks like it's Joe DeFay It's Joe DeFay heading off to the box. 9:57 left to play, second period. Harbison regathering his equipment here, his own equipment. DeFay off for interference, 2 minutes. Battlers will try to get back into this game down 3-1. 9:57 left, second period. Sharippa and McCarthy on the face-off. Sharippa wins it. DeMars to Harbison. Wrist one, and a glove saved by Hudek, and will hang on. Just 4 seconds into the power play. 9:52 left to play, second period. 3-1 Voyagers. Battlers trying to answer back. Face-off will be to Hudek's right rather than to its left. DeMars will take the face-off against McCarthy. McCarthy wins that one. DeMars tries to come up with a steal, but it's stealed around the end boards, but it's held in by Fisher. Back to DeMars in the near corner, across to Gorzak. Gorzak, nice move. Pass to DeMars. Back to Harbison. Across to Fisher. Back to Harbison. Back to Gorzak. One-timer from the left wing. And a save by Hudek. Gorzak whacks the stick away from Montgomery. Gorzak passed back to Harbison. Sharippa coming to Gorzak's aid. Back to Fisher. Across to Gorzak. One-timer. Gorzak, baby! On the power play! 9:15 left to play, second period. It's a one-goal game again. Channing Skorzak from Trey Fisher, a cross-ice pass. And on the power play, the Battlers answer back. It's 3-2 Voyagers. That's 26 goals on the year for Gorzak. It's 3-2 Voyagers. Battlers win the faceoff. They have momentum on their side now. Trying to come back to tie it up. They dump it into the Voyager zone. Sean Sharippa gets the assist. And Trey Fisher. Here's Pitcher with it for the Voyagers, carrying it up the other way. Centering past to Grover, a one-timer wide. Oh, man. Pitcher is down, and we have a penalty coming up on the Battlers here. 8:50 left to play, second period. That's going to be tripping. on one of the Battlers players. So the Voyagers will have their first power play opportunity of this hockey game. Looks like it's going to be Trey Fisher heading to the box. He's opening the door and heading in for tripping. Hopefully the Battlers can generate a shorthanded scoring chance here. If you're a Battlers fan, you have to hope for that in this situation. So the Voyagers on the power play. LeClaire and Dean on the faceoff. Voyagers win that one. Montgomery plays it back to Grover. To Truxton. Shot blocked by Nate Richards. Cross ice pass cut off by Dean, but Montgomery retrieves. Hofstetter in pursuit, shorthanded. Voyagers reset. 8:23 and counting, second period. A minute and a half on the Voyagers power play and counting. Montgomery ahead to LeClaire up the right wing. Guarded by Dean. Passes to Truxton. Truxton up to the left wing near the blue line. Outer slot. Trying to pass it to Montgomery, too hot to handle. Puck slides all the way to the end boards to Grover. Back to Truxton. In deep to LeClaire. Grover with a backhander in the slot and a save by Muskegon. 57 seconds left on the Voyagers power play. Both teams change it. Change it up. 7:46 left to play, second period. Voyagers lead 3-2. McCarthy and Muser on the face-off. McCarthy for the Voyagers, Muser for the Battlers. Muser wins it, but McCarthy will retrieve it. Centering pass cut up by Muser, and the puck is deflected out of play. No penalty. 7:41 left to play, second period. Still 3-2 Voyagers and 52 seconds left on Muskegon's power play. McCarthy and Muser again. This time the Voyagers win it, but Muser steals and clears it all the way down. And Hudek will play it for Montgomery in behind his own net. To McCarthy at the right wing, to center, he'll dump it in. All the way to Mustakis, who will hang on to it with his glove, and another face-off forthcoming. 32 seconds left on the power play for Muskegon. 7:21 left, second period. 3-2 Voyagers. Battlers win the face-off. Demars tries to clear, but it's held in by DeFay at the blue line. Across the pitcher, doesn't corral it. Puck bounces over Simon's stick blade. Held in by Bradley. Wrist shot and a glove save by Mustakis. He'll hang on again. 14 seconds left on the Voyagers power play. 7:03 left to play. Second period. 3-2 Voyagers. Battlers are almost done killing off this tripping penalty on Trey Fisher. Battlers win yet another face-off. They try to clear, but DeFay holds it in again. In deep to Cuthbertson. Along the near boards, cross ice to pitcher. Centering pass to Bradley, doesn't get a shot off. Another centering pass to Bradley, couldn't corral it. And here come the Battlers. Back to even strength this time. Vincent Dean along the end board, along the far boards. Gets knocked down. Fisher, that's Dean one timing it wide. 6.5 to go. Valor's back at even strength. It's still 3-2, but here's a turnover, a giveaway. Here's Bradley with a shot and a pad saved by Mustakas. Puck comes loose. Valor's play it to Mason Held. Plays it back along the end boards the other way. Held in by pitcher, the wrist shot blocker saved by Mustakas. Pitcher gets it again to DeFay. Wrist shot, glove saved by Mustakas. Puck loose, but he covers up and hangs on for another faceoff. 6:01 left to play, second period. Still 3-2 Voyagers. So the Battlers will change up their line. Doyle, Hofstetter, and Dean will head to the bench. Harbison, Battlers win the faceoff ahead to Sharippa. Gorzak is out there too. Gorzak overskates the pass, but he gets it, dumps it in behind the Voyagers net. Loose puck. Fisher tries to one-time it. Hudak dives and covers up the puck for another faceoff. And now we have a little argument between Sharippa and Kyle Shaw. .5:44 left to play, second period. Fisher with a face-off win. Gorzak with a wrist shot deflected wide. Richards cross to Gorzak. Couldn't corral it. Tries to center one. Deflected to center. Richards to Harbison. To Gorzak. Drops it off for Sharippa. Sharippa tries to make a move. Got to dump that in. Gorzak to Richards to Fisher, and the Battlers are offside. 5:15 left to play, second period. 3-2 Voyagers. Face off outside the blue line, forthcoming. Both teams change up their lines again. Battlers with a scoring opportunity, but face-off's going to come outside the Battlers line. Near the outside the blue line, near the Battlers zone. Voyagers win the face-off. Pitcher carries up to the Battlers zone. Cross to Grover. Back to Montgomery. Wrist shot deflected, partially blocked by Richards. Goes wide. Sharp angle shot by Grover, but it's covered up by the Moose, Alex Mustakas. And I'll hang on. 4:56 left to play, second period, 3-2 Voyagers. Grover and looks like Dean on the face-off. Grover wins it. Montgomery wrist one, saved by Mustakas. Here's McCarthy with it, the captain of the Voyagers. Off-board pass to pitcher, one-times it over top of the net. DeMars will dump it back in for the Battlers. Pitcher retrieves. Good pass to Montgomery. Simon tries to intercept, but McCarthy manages to get it. Ahead to Grover, 2-on-3. Cross to Teachma. Shot looks like Mustakas got a piece of it with a blocker. Vincent Dean had it cut off. Dumped back in by Grover. Duffing intercepts and plays it back ahead. Held in by Montgomery. Wrist one wide. Muser with it now against pitcher. DeMars. Held, pass intercepted by McCarthy. Glove down by Mustakas, and he will hang on for like 2 or 3 seconds before the whistle blows. And another face-off coming up into the Battler zone. 3-2 Voyagers, 3:54 left, second period. It's a one-goal game. Valor's trying to pull the upset against the defending champs Muskegon Voyagers, who lead the MIHL standings. The MIHL team. Bradley with a shot goes wide. Harbison rebounds for the Battlers. Around the inboards. Around the back of the net. Gorzak. Held in by Truxton. Blocked by Gorzak. Cuthbertson tries to put one home. Truxton wrists one wide. Bradley ahead to LeClaire. Shot deflected wide. Richards to Harbison along the inboards. Ahead to Sharippa. Wasn't paying attention to the pass. Voyagers dump it back in and change on the fly. Richards to Harbison. Battlers staying with their current defensive pairing right now. There's Sharippa and Gorzak. Sharippa with a puck. McCarthy intercepts, and now it's a 2-on-1, 2-on-3. Here's DeWitt with it. Pad save by Mustakas. Puck is loose and a whistle. Puck goes off its moorings. And another faceoff coming up. Both teams change up their lines again. 2:44 left to play, second period. Zach Grover for the Voyagers will take the faceoff against Trey Fisher for the Battlers. Faceoff to the left is Mustakas. Battlers win it. Fisher tries to clear, almost held in by McCarthy, delayed offside. Shot and a save by Mustakas. Doyle to Thurlby on defense. Ahead to Zach DeMars at center. Ahead to Trey Fisher. Battlers carried it into the Voyager zone. DeMars to Fisher, centering pass, nobody home. Simon doesn't, that centering pass couldn't connect. There were two other Battlers there in the slot, but couldn't quite get there in time. And the Voyagers carry it up ahead. Cuthbertson with a wrist shot and a glove save by Mustakas, and he hangs on. 2:06 left to play, second period, 3-2 Voyagers. And another change of lines each by both teams. LeClaire and Dean on the faceoff. LeClaire with another faceoff tries to pull that stun again like he did in the first period. Denied this time by Mustakas, and he hangs on again. 2:02 left, second period. Voyagers win it again. Montgomery at the blue line across the pitcher. Pitcher shot blocked by Sharippa, and it goes out of play. Another faceoff coming up inside the Battler zone to the left of Mustakas. 1:55 left to play, second period. LeClaire and Dean again on another faceoff. Battlers win it this time. Give it away to LeClaire though. To Cuthbertson, back to Montgomery. Back to pitcher. Voyagers staying with the same line. Stolen by Richards. Gorzak and back to Richards. Intercepted by LeClaire, but wait a minute. The call is offside. Looked like LeClaire clearly held it in, to tell you the truth. But the Battlers will take it. Wow. To be honest, that was not offside. .122 left to play, second period. Voyagers win another faceoff. LeClaire to Montgomery to pitcher, and he dumps it back in around the inboards. Chance Bradley, bothered from behind. 2-on-2 battle for the puck, and now it's stolen by Trey Fisher. Watch out! And it breaks the glass. I got it. There needs to be more netting on around the ring. Here's the game. Wow. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but there's broken glass on the floor near our booth. There's broken glass. Meanwhile, face-off in the Battlers zone. Voyagers control, but it's stolen by Dean, and now Hofstetter delay a game on Trey Fisher. Voyagers back to the power play. I was actually the one to retrieve that puck in the booth as it broke the glass. I am not dreaming. Battlers shorthanded, dump the puck into the other way. Now the Voyagers carry it back the other way on the power play. Grover on the attack, blocked by Doving. Grover gets it again, wrap around. Voyagers think it's in. Hold on. No signal yet. The net is off its moorings. The Voyagers thought it was in. We have 1:17 on the Voyagers power play. 23.2 seconds left, second period. There will not be a goal. The score will remain 3-2 Voyagers. They'll remain on the power play. They just think it's in, but you can't quite clearly see it from afar away. 10 seconds to go in the second period. Down to a minute left on the Muskegon power play. McCarthy across to Montgomery. 1 second. Montgomery with a shot, stick saved by Mustakis, and there goes the buzzer. We are now in the second intermission. It's a 1-goal game. Muskegon Voyagers 3, Kalkaska Battlers 2. Battlers hockey sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings at Traverse City. Buffalo Wild Wings Let's Go Sports Bar, also sponsored by McDonald's, Trouttown Tavern and Eatery, Bloom, Midas, and Forefront Credit Union. We'll be right back.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you.
And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best.
Marty! You're dead weight!
Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus.
Let's go sports bar!
The Fry Step, starring Ronald McDonald and Friends.
If you hop all around like the Fry kids do, you're doing the Fry Step. It's fun for you. Fry girls, Fry guys. You'll hop all around like the Fry kids do. Then you go where your nose will lead you to.
French fries.
McDonald's French fries.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Oh, here we go. Let's be frank about car services. Most of them make you feel like a bit of a dipstick. But at Midas, we're different, with transparent pricing and a straight-up rundown of any repairs. Tread's a bit worn, just needs a rotation. Bulbs blown? Easy fix. That? Oh, well, that's just a bit of dirt. Yeah, I'm not a chamois, Gavin. Midas, you can rely on us.
Dear James, I want to thank you and Veterans Guardian for lending a helping hand when it seemed like no one else could. I am now on the verge of getting the health insurance and benefits I earned while serving in the military. The veterans on your team knew exactly how to help, and I would always be thankful.
What happens when you have a lot of banking to do, but only a little time to do it? Welcome to Video Teller from Forefront Credit Union. Video Teller puts you face to face with a specially trained member service representative. Yes, a real person located in northern Michigan who can help you with almost all your banking needs. With Video Teller, you also enjoy extended hours. And outside of these hours, you can use Video Teller like an ATM for fast cash. Video Teller from Forefront Credit Union. You'll experience the difference and love it.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you.
And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best.
Marty! You're dead weight!
Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus.
Let's go sports bar!
The Fry Step, starring Ronald McDonald and Friends.
If you hop all around like the Fry kids do, you're doing the Fry Step. It's fun for you. Fry girls, Fry guys. You'll hop all around like the Fry kids do. Then you go where your nose will lead you to.
French fries.
McDonald's French fries.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Frank. Oh, here we go. Let's be frank about car services. Most of them make you feel like a bit of a dipstick. But at Midas, we're different, with transparent pricing and a straight-up rundown of any repairs. Tread's a bit worn, just needs a rotation. Bulbs blown? Easy fix. That? Oh, well, that's just a bit of dirt. Dirt! Yeah, I'm not a chamois, Gavin. Midas, you can rely on us.
Dear James, I want to thank you and Veterans Guardian for lending a helping hand when it seemed like no one else could. I am now on the verge of getting the health insurance and benefits I earned while serving in the military. The veterans on your team knew exactly how to help, and I would always be thankful.
What happens when you have a lot of banking to do, but only a little time to do it? Welcome to Video Teller from Forefront Credit Union. Video Teller puts you face to face with a specially trained member service representative. Yes, a real person located in northern Michigan who can help you with almost all your banking needs. With Video Teller, you also enjoy extended hours. And outside of these hours, you can use Video Teller like an ATM for fast cash. Video Teller from Forefront Credit Union. You'll experience the difference and love it.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you.
And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings.
And the people, the best.
Marty! You're dead weight! Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus. Let's go sports bar!
The Fry Step, starring Ronald McDonald and Friends.
If you hop all around like the Fry kids do, you're doing the Fry Step. It's fun for you. Fry girls, Fry guys. You'll hop all around like the Fry kids do. Then you go where your nose will lead you to.
French fries.
McDonald's French fries.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great.
Start of the third period. Timmy Trumpet and Savage Freaks playing it here at the Coliseum. It's 3-2 Voyagers. Timmy Trumpet trying to pump up the Battlers crowd and the Battlers on the ice. Trying to get this game at least tied up. Still no easy task against the defending champion Voyagers. Channing Gorzak with a goal tonight. His 26 on the year, made it on the power play, made it 3-2. Battlers win the face-off, but it comes to Teachma in on goal, but couldn't quite get a shot off, and Mustakis holds it off just barely for a face-off. The Voyagers are still on the power play, going into the face-off with just 47 seconds longer. 19:53 left to play and counting, third period. Still 3-2 Voyagers. They are on the power play and they win the face-off and control. Montgomery to pitcher at the blue line. Back to Teachma. Dean tries to stick it away, but no dice. Voyagers still have it. LeClaire to pitcher, a wrist shot, easy glove save by Mustakis. They'll hang on. Down to 26 seconds left on the Voyager power play. 19:32 left to play, third period. 3-2 Voyagers. Look, McCarthy and Dean on the face-off. Voyagers control. Pitcher kicks it off left wing to Grover. Grover gets it back from Montgomery. Grover slips and falls, but gets it to McCarthy, and now Montgomery with a wrist shot. Mustakis stays in front of that one and hangs onto it. Only 5 seconds left on the Voyagers power play. 19:11 left to play, third period. 3-2 Voyagers. Battlers win the face-off. Puck is loose in the slot to the right face-off circle. Loose again in the near corner. Simon tries to clear it from around the end boards. Still held in, and Mustakis gets it again. Hangs on to that one. Battlers back at even strength. Back at full strength. 18:57 left to play, third period. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 3-2 Voyagers. LeClaire and Fisher on the face-off. Fisher wins it. Battle for the puck. Fisher clears it ahead to DeMars. Here come the Battlers. 2-on-2. DeMars up the right wing. Gets a shot off. Saved by Hudek. And pitcher clears it to center where Fisher will retrieve it back at his own blue line. DeMars pass deflected. Here's Truxton, chased from behind by Fisher, but he gets it around to Pitcher. Fisher still in pursuit. Now a steal by Sharippa, but taken back by Grover. Drops it back off to Pitcher, across to Truxton. Truxton carries up the wing, deflected by Held, and a pad save by Mustakis. Puck to the far corner. Grover, one to DeFay, one-timer to save by Mustakis. Another save from a sharp angle by Grover. McCarthy also out there. Tipping it into the Battler zone from Montgomery. Held retrieves it first. Clears it out to Dean. Bothered from behind. Stick back by Montgomery. Voyagers control again. Here's Montgomery. Pass out of reach, and it comes to Doyle, but it's intercepted by Bradley. Shot blocked by Doyle. Clears it from the far corner to Muser. Back to over to Dean, who deflects it, and no icing, and Hudek will have to cover up the puck. And that will be a face-off in the Voyager zone. 17:08 left to play, third period. Battlers will try to generate a scoring opportunity in the Voyager zone. Hofstetter and Leclerc on the face-off. 3-2 Voyagers. Hofstetter tries to get a shot up on the face-off, but whiffs on it. Voyagers win it, but held in by Richards, but Teachma gets it to center. Harvison gets hit hard, but he's okay. He stays up. Battlers dump it in, but the Voyagers retrieve it and clear to center. Lead feet ahead to Teachma. Two Battlers in pursuit on the back check, and a save by Mustakas on Leclerc, and he hangs on. Still 3-2 Voyagers, 16:39 left to play, third period. There'll be a face-off to Mustakas' left. Leclerc and Fisher. Fisher wins it. Harvison's stick was held, but he clears the puck ahead anyway. So no call needed there. Richards ahead to Thurlby. DeMars centering pass. Fisher wrist one and a save by Hudek. Delayed offside. Cuthbertson takes it back the other way. Stolen by Fisher. Pass too far ahead. Cross ice for DeMars. But Richards gets it ahead to Fisher. Weaves into the slot. Wrist one over the top of the net. DeMars plays it off the end boards. Stolen by McCarthy. Plays it back to Gavin Duffing of Kalkaska. Cuthbertson in pursuit on the forecheck. Along to Richards, back to Duffing. Lead pass to Fisher, no, doesn't even connect. No icing, Battlers will change on the fly. It was an intended pass, so no icing. Gorsak in pursuit against Truxton, who plays it to Leclerc. Over to DeWitt, across to DeWitt. Dumps it in, and Mustakas gloves it down and holds on. .17 left to play, third period. Dean and Grover on the faceoff. Dean wins it. Battlers are winning more faceoffs as of late. Gorzak ahead across to Sharippa, 2-on-2. Sharippa a slash off on the blue line and a stick save by Hudek. Grover retrieves the loose puck, steers it around the end boards halfway. Pitcher gets it. Gorzak gets away with a hook. Pitcher still weaves around. Wrist shot and a glove save by Mustakas. Still keeping it in a one-goal game. 3-2 Voyagers. 14:49 left to play, third period, and a little extra along the near corner of the end boards. Mustakas hangs on to it. Another face-off coming up to his right. Looks like the face-off will actually come outside the Battlers' blue line along the far wing. Grover and Hofstetter. Grover wins it. And two Voyagers collide. And it looks like the Voyagers came in offside, the officials say. No penalty. Wow. That's an oddity. Hofstetter wins the faceoff. Teachma pokes it in deep. Gets it around the back of the net. Back to Montgomery. to pitcher. Wrist one. Gets through. Save. Rebound. Grover over top of the net. User clears, but it's held in by Montgomery. Shot blocked by the Battlers. That's Hofstetter. Wait a minute. They say it's icing, but Hudak covered up with his glove. The call is icing initially, but it crossed the goal line wide of the net before Hudak would cover. And with 14-14 left to play in a 3-2 Voyagers lead, third period, the faceoff comes all the way back into the Battlers zone. The Battlers want an explanation, but we already know the rule. It'll be McCarthy and Fisher on the faceoff. McCarthy just barely wins it. Cuthbertson dumps it in deep. Richards retrieves it. DeMars clears, but it's held in by Cuthbertson. Harbison tries to clear, but it's cut off again. Back to Harbison, back to Richards. Back across to Harbison. Ahead to Thurlby. Back to center, finally. Trey Fisher lobs it up way up ahead to Zach DeMars into the Voyagers zone. And he's taken down. A penalty coming up to the Voyagers. It'll be Joe DeFay. Looks like Joe DeFay is going to go for holding. 2 minutes for holding on Joe DeFay. 13:29 left to play. Third period, the Battlers are going to go to the power play with a chance to tie the hockey game up at 3. It's 3-2 Voyagers right now. It'll be Sharippa, Gorzak, and DeMars on the power play unit with defensive pairings Trey Fisher and Braden Harbison. Battlers win the face-off and control. DeMars to Gorzak. Back to Harbison. Get back to Gorzak at the left wing. Pass to Sharippa. Saved by Hudak. And Grover clears it way down, all the way down. Mustakas plays it for Harbison. 13:04 winding down third period. Down to a minute and a half left on the Battlers power play. Fisher to center. Across the blue line. Dumps it in deep. Gorzak in pursuit. Pitcher gets there first and clears it again. A minute 16 left on the power play for the Battlers. Harbison plays it again for Mustakas for Harbison. Ahead to Sharippa. Couldn't corral it. Pitcher. Sharippa sticks it away, but LeClaire clears, but it's held in by Fisher. Fisher cross ice to Gorzak. Here's an opportunity here. Gorzak tried to tie it up. Gets taken down. No call. Grover gets it. Now the net is pushed off its moorings yet again. 12:15 left to play, third period. 46 seconds left on the Battlers power play. And the Battlers will change up their power play unit. Still 3-2 Voyagers. Gorzak does stay out there. It'll be Vincent Dean, Tyler Simon on defense, Nate Richards on defense, and Trey Fisher on the right wing. Gorzak stays in the left wing. Voyagers win that face-off. Pass to Grover, and he clears down again. 39 seconds and counting on the Battlers power play. 12:04 left to play, third period and counting. Still 3-2 Voyagers. Battlers still on the power play for another half minute. Trying to convert here. Fisher, short pass to Richards. Across the blue line, onside. Tries to settle in, but it's intercepted by Teachma. It's shorthanded. Here come the Voyagers. Wrist shot deflected wide. Gorzak retrieves. gets the rebound. Long to Fisher, 4 seconds left on the power play. Voyagers about to head back to even strength, and they do. Cross to Gorzak. Wrist one wide of Hudek. McCarthy clears to center, cut off by Doyle. Dean and Gorzak. Dean with a wrist shot. Gorzak rebound and another save by Hudek, and he hangs on. Good scoring chance right there by the Battlers, and now we have 11 left, 11 left to play, third period. We have looks like we have an elbowing penalty, and it's going to be on the Voyagers, either Truxton or, yeah, it is on Truxton. So the Battlers will head back to the power play yet again with another chance to tie it up at 3. It's still 3-2 Voyagers. Luke McCarthy and Sean Doyle, the team captains, discussing with the official, getting the explanations from the officials at the red line before any play will continue. Voyagers lead it. 11-11 left to play, third period. Face off to the Voyagers zone. Back to 5-on-4 in favor of the Battlers. And looks like a timeout is being called by the Battlers, as the Voyagers lead it 3-2. Muskegon coming into this game 34 points at 16-1-2. The Battlers 5th place, trying to get into a playoff spot at 10 points, 5-14-0-0. Just 2 points back of the Detroit Warhawks, playing the Gaylord Snow up north right now, in progress. While we wait, we're going to provide a quick Michigan sports report update right now. Michigan State trails Purdue 38-35 at halftime. That's a really close game in West Lafayette. Spartans led for quite a span of time before Purdue could jump back in the lead. Fisher feigns on the shot after the Battlers win a faceoff, and McCarthy clears. Truxton off for elbowing for a couple minutes. 10:53 and counting, third period. Battlers trying to tie it up, down 3-2. Down to a minute and a half left to play on the Battlers power play. DeMars carries up through the blue line to Gorzak. Pass to Hardison, back to Gorzak. To DeMars in the slot. Gets bothered by McCarthy. No call there, and McCarthy clears it. Harbison retrieves. Fisher intercepted by Pitcher. Wrist one over top of the net. And Pitcher retrieves it, but the Battlers jump right on it and take it the other way. With under a minute left on their power play, 10 minutes to go, third period. Shrippa to Gorzak. Across the blue line. Gorzak has to retrieve. And it's offside. Looks like the Battlers tagged up properly, but it's called offside. 9:51 left to play, third period. 41 seconds left on the Battlers power play. 3-2 Voyagers. Dean takes the face off of the Battlers against Nolan LeClaire of the Voyagers. LeClaire wins the face-off. Montgomery clears it down. Mustakis plays it with a stick for Tyler Simon. Nate Richards. Ahead to Thurlby. Deflected by pitcher into the near corner in the Voyager zone. Muser tries to pursue on the forecheck. Simon dumps it in, delayed offside, no longer. Battlers hold it in. Thurlby a slap shot from the point, no. That's slap shot. One timer sticked away, and now pitcher. Slashing penalty coming up to Vincent Dean of the Battlers here. And Hudek will head to the bench for an extra skater. And Nate Richards gets his stick on it, and the Voyagers, recently heading back to full strength, will head to their power play. With 8:51 left to play third period, they lead the Battlers 3-2. Not a good penalty you can afford to take if you're the Battlers. Luke McCarthy and Zach DeMars on the faceoff. DeMars wins it. Harbison gets tied up, but Richards retrieves it. DeMars tries to clear, but it's blocked by McCarthy. Cleared but held in. Here's Truxton. Glove save on a deflection, and Mustakis will hang on to it. 1:41 left on the Voyagers power play, 8:32 left third period. It's 9 o'clock here in the Coliseum, 3-2 Voyagers. McCarthy and DeMars again, I think. Yep. Voyagers get it. Slap shot deflected wide on a one-timer. Ballard's clear to center. Grover intercepts. Cuthbertson over the blue line. Back to McCarthy. Over to Truxton. Back to McCarthy. Wrist shot blocked by Hofstetter. And Hofstetter's hobbling. Sometimes you have to take it for the team. And he did. Harbison clears off the near boards. And the Battlers penalty killing unit changes it up. Hofstetter is still feeling that block shot, that shot block right there. 50 seconds left on the Voyagers power play. Voyagers lead 3-2. 7:36 left to play in the third period. Sharippa tries to steal. And here's a steal by Muser. Short-handed, a wrister deflected to Hudek by Truxton. Battlers hold it in. Duffing, short-handed, wrist one. Masked save by Hudek. Rebound, sharp angle shot on a save by Hudek off of Simon. Voyagers still on the power play. 2-on-2 rush. Short-lived. Duffing clears it. Voyagers change it up. So do the Battlers. 8 seconds and counting on the Voyagers power play. Just under 7 minutes to go. Third period. Pitcher carries it across the Battler blue line. Gets it to Teachma. Teachma weaves around the Battler defense along the blue line. Shot blocked by Richards. McCarthy retrieves. Tries to lob it ahead. Does to Teachma. Drops that off the pitcher. Across the blue line. Up the left wing. Fisher sticks it away. Cuthbertson a one-timer and a save by Mustakis. 6:25 and counting third period. Battlers back at even strength. Here's Dean with it. Left wing. Wrist one wide. Richards tries to hold it in. Does. Dumps it back in deep. Dean retrieves on the forecheck. Fisher. Sharp angle. Wrist shot save. Gorzak retrieves the rebound. And now it's taken back by Montgomery, but stolen by Gorzak. Teachma gets hit as he clears to center. by Richards. Battlers change it up. Harvison ahead to Fisher. Couldn't get it. Pitcher takes over. McCarthy. Held in by Harvison. One-timer and a save, chest save by Hudek, and he'll hang on. 5:36 left to play, third period. Voyagers still lead 3-2. Faced off to the right of Hudek. Sharippa and McCarthy. Wrist shot by DeMarson, and it goes wide. Thurlby tries to pick up the loose puck, but DeFay fends him off, and now it's clear the other way. Duffing retrieves in a race for the puck against Chance Bradley. Duffing ahead to DeMars. Across the blue line, left wing. Wrist shot and a chest save by Hudek. And he'll hang on again. Voyagers want a penalty. Voyagers bench wants a penalty. See if there is one or not. 5:07 left to play, third period. Battlers change their line. Gorzak, Hofstetter, and Muser. And the forward lines. Hofstetter takes the face off. Gorzak in the right wing. Muser in the left wing. Harbison and Richards on defense. In front of the Voyagers blue line. Battlers control on the face-off. Richards to Harbison. One time on the outer slot. Gorzak tries to rebound off a save by Hudek. Gorzak back to Harbison. Back to Gorzak off a skate. Muser retrieves. Ricochets off of DeFay. Gorzak dumps it back in deep. Muser gets the pass from Gorzak. Muser. Chance Bradley boxes him out. And now Grover comes up with it. Under 4.5 to go, third period. Voyagers clear, and it's going to be icing on the Voyagers. 4:18 left to play, third period. Battlers are getting their chances, but Hudek is keeping the puck out of his own net. Vincent Dean on the face-off of the Battlers against Zach Grover. And Grover wins the face-off. Cleared by Truxton to center. Bradley in pursuit on the forecheck, but Richards plays it the other way. Dean with it now. DeMars to Sharippa. Sharippa wrist one. Glove save by Hudek. Chest save by Hudek. He'll cover it up with his glove. 4:01 left to play, third period. Muskegon changes it up. Battlers stay with their current line on the ice. Sharippa, DeMars, and Dean with Harbison and Richards on defense. McCarthy wins the face-off of the Voyagers, and pitcher. And the Voyagers take it the other way. And it's icing on the Voyagers yet again. Face-off back in the Voyagers zone. 3:52 left to play, third period. Voyagers still lead 3-2. Face-off to the left of Hudek. McCarthy and Trey Fisher on that face-off. Battlers win the face-off, but it's stolen by Cuthbertson. Voyagers on a 3-on-2. Saved by Mustakas. Rebound wide by DeWitt. Fisher held in by McCarthy. Shot goes wide. Gorzak tries to clear, but it's held in by Pitcher. Pitcher possesses. Back to Cuthbertson. A save by Mustakas. Richards plays it away from McCarthy. Harbison. Gorzak. And it's icing on the Battlers. 3:10 left to play, third period. Still plenty of time. Still a one-goal game. Voyagers still lead 3-2. Battlers win it, then they clear. Montgomery and pitcher in their own zone. Montgomery will carry up the center. And that's icing again. Wow. Pass way too far for McCarthy. McCarthy wasn't even close to that one. 2:55 left, third period. Battlers with another chance here. Face off to the left of Hudek in the Voyager zone. 3-2 Voyagers. Muser on the left wing. Sharippa. Battlers win the face off. Sharippa with the puck in the right wing. Wrist one. Right to Hudek. Stick save. Back to Duffing at center at his own blue line. Muser across the red line. Up the left wing into the Voyager zone. Hit by Cuthbertson. Dumps it in deep. Touched by Sharippa with a high stick. You can't do that in the offensive zone. Both teams are in even strength, 5-on-5. Faceoff will come outside the Battlers' blue line. 3-2 Voyagers, 2:27 left to play, third period. LeClaire and Dean on the faceoff. LeClaire wins it, and DeFay will shoot it into Mustakas high over top of the net. Mustakas gloves it down and hangs on. 2:23 left to play, third period. Voyagers still in a 3-2 lead. Dean on the faceoff. Plays around along the end boards. Sharp angle shot fought off by Mustakas. Here's Sharippa with it to Damaris. Couldn't corral it. Voyagers take over at center. Truxton back in his own zone. Voyagers dump it in deep. LeClaire tries to center one to Bradley. Couldn't get it. Battlers clear to center. Voyagers shoot it back in. Harbison to Damaris. In behind his own net. 1:43 and counting, third period. Vincent Dean tries to get that one, could not. Sharippa tries to drop it off to Dean, couldn't get it again. Harbison barely holds it in. Back to Richards, to Damaris, along the end boards. Gives it right to Truxton, who clears to center all the way down the ice. It'll be icing on the Voyagers. 1:13 left to play, third period. The Battlers will have to consider pulling Mustakas for an extra skater here. And another timeout called. .113 left to play, third period. Voyagers 3, Battlers 2. Buffalo Wild Wings, a Traverse City proud sponsor for our Kalkaska Battlers. Buffalo Wild Wings, Let's Go Sports Bar. Also sponsored by McDonald's, Trouttown Tavern and Eatery, Loom, Midas, and Forefront Credit Union. There'll be a face-off in the Voyagers zone after another icing on the Voyagers. Battlers will send Sharippa, Demars, and Gorzak as the hero line with Tyler Simon, Nate Richards, and Trey Fisher. The 6 out there for the Battlers with the empty net. Down at the other end. Face off to the left of Hudek. Sharippa will take the face off against LeClaire. Critical face off here for the Battlers here with 1:13 left to play, third period. McCarthy comes back on to the ice. Now the Voyagers are ready. Battlers Nation making noise here. Gorzak wins the face off. Loose puck. Cleared but held in by Richards. Wrist shot. The puck goes out of play. With 1:06 left to play, third period. Face-off will come outside the Voyagers' blue line. Tyler Simon will head to the bench. 9:14 the time. Now 9:15. Sharippa takes the face-off against LeClaire, who wins it. Voyagers clear, but only to center. Richard shoots it into Hudek. Held in by Fisher. Dumps it in deep. Gorzak. Bobbled. Cleared by LeClaire. Gonna go wide of the empty net. That's gonna be icing. With 41.3 seconds left, third period. The Battlers will have another chance. Face off to another face off to Hudek's left. Sharippa and LeClaire again. Sharippa wins the face off to Richards. Dumps it in deep. Demars. Centering pass! Saved by Hudek. Cleared. Held it. No, not held in by Fisher. He retrieves at center. Back to Gorzak. 26 seconds left. Battlers are running out of time here. Sharippa on the puck. Dumps it in deep. Battlers crash the net. Pitcher held in by Demars. Stolen by LeClaire, and he puts it into the empty net. And it with 9.1 seconds left, third period, and the Voyagers will seal this one. They lead 4-2. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song in a different version plays on. The Voyagers (4-2) Voyagers. They're going to win it. One last face-off at center. Taken by Tyler Simon. Battlers win it. They'll just run out the clock. And this game's over. 4-2 Voyagers come away with a win. They hang on against the Kalkaska Battlers. Voyagers improved to 17-1-2 with 36 points. The Kalkaska Battlers fall to 5-14, 0-0, still with 10 points. A little curricular activity in the Battlers zone. Kyle Shaw going at it with Tyler Simon. The game is over, but the coverage doesn't end here. We have a brawl. We have a brawl. Pitcher getting involved. McCarthy. Oh my goodness. Zach Demars going at it with Zach Grover. McCarthy takes down a Battlers player. Tyler Simon decides to go at it with Kyle Shaw yet again. It's an all-out brawl. The Voyagers win it 3-2. Oh my goodness. Simon takes down Shaw. The officials are trying to sort everything out. The game is over. the Voyagers heads off the ice. The game is over.
Shaw, go to the locker room. I'm the owner here. Go into the locker room.
There's a Voyager player with his uniform off, shirtless, not chirping at the crowd. But the Voyagers celebrate their victory. Battlers fans showing off their displeasure, but the Voyagers taunt the fans. That's not good sportsmanship there on either end of the spectrum. So both teams will head off the ice. Oh my goodness, that all-out brawl is a lot of fun. It is part of hockey, but man, oh man, an all-out brawl. What started this whole thing is Kyle Shaw went at it with Tyler Simon in a gang of battlers. The rest of the Voyagers players took exception, and both teams went at it. Both benches cleared. But the game is over. The Voyagers win it 4-2. Battlers hockey sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings at Traverse City. Buffalo Wild Wings, Let's Go Sports Bar. Also sponsored by McDonald's, Trout Town Tavern and Eatery, Bloom, Midas, and Forefront Credit Union. Battlers will head to Southfield to take on the Detroit Warhawks at 7 next Saturday night. And then our next broadcast will be in 2 weeks when the Battlers come back to the Coliseum to face off with the Gaylord Snow. Until then, this is Taylor Phillips signing off. Once again, the final score of the Voyagers 4, the Battlers 2. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Power to the people, battle call.